Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live session with Rajat, and we are here with uh, him reading the Maruti Gita. That is last time live. I think you hadn't read the Maruti Gita, right? Okay. Give me 1 minute. I'll change my internet. My internet good.
Yeah, it's working fine on my screen. It's working fine.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. What was the update from the last time? That is, last time you were in which month? Last live?
I think it was Kali or Bhuvaneshwari. I don't even remember like how long ago it was. But right now I'm
Then
in Ma Tara month.
Tara month. Okay.
Yes.
How is the sadhana going on, and also what is the update regarding the Maruti Gita? That is, now you have got a very wonderful book written by Hanuman himself. So, uh, what do you feel? Uh, how the life has changed after reading the Maruti Gita, and also how is Mahavidya Tara, Akshaya Bhairav, Baglamuki sadhana going on?
It to Ma Tara yesterday, so
Mm,
I basically haven't got a lot into it. But
mm,
Akshaya was all right, a little challenging. I'd
mm,
say it was on and off because of how my schedule is nowadays. But before that, it was nice. I learned something new every day during sadhana, and thanks to you, I got to read Maruti Gita. But I'm looking forward to read it like
mm,
a lot more times. I've just read it once,
mm,
and it
mm,
is the concepts in it are like mind blowing.
mm. So, can you tell us more about the concepts that is mentioned in the Maruti Gita, like uh, about time, space, and also about Mukti Sagar and all that?
Yeah, I'll try to explain because I don't think my words will do justice
Mm,
to have like Lord Hanuman has explained. But
mm,
it describes how time and space works. There's so many
mm,
different concepts in it, like how a
mm,
soul takes a body, what sort of desires does it have to come out of the Mukti Sagar, and then what it requires to go back and merge into it, and all those sort of concepts. It also discusses a
mm,
reference between different lokas as well, like
mm,
the time how what the time difference is between Patalok, Bhulok, and the lokas above us, and all those sort of concepts are described very nicely with examples. Uh,
mm,
but the one thing I found, like everything was nice, but one very interesting sort of concept was about like strands of time and the
mm,
liquid of space.
mm,
So, like the strands of time are governed by Bhairav, uh,
mm,
and the liquid of space is governed by Indra. So Indra
mm,
basically works for Bhagwan Vishnu, and whatever
mm,
desires you have, right, for them to manifest into the
mm,
physical world, uh,
mm,
in that period of time. Say, you know how like the ream is, right, the bijakshara ream.
mm,
It encapsulates time for something to happen. Like if I want to eat a pizza, I need a time element in it, like now,
mm,
tomorrow, yesterday. So it has to as a
mm,
time element. So for any desires to manifest, it requires two things.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
That's why
Hmm.
females can give birth, because they
Hmm.
can branch out their strands of time,
Hmm.
and a male can distribute their liquid of space basically on those strands of time to give birth to another
Ah,
human.
Rajat, there are some complaints regarding the audio. That is no audio from your side. So can you confirm like
Yeah,
internet connection the from fast.com, like whether it's good?
I think my internet is good. Can anyone confirm if I'm audible, or now it's fine? Can you please repeat? Audio
Yeah,
is back.
now it's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So you're telling that for females it's like a tree, and for males it is like a escalator.
Yes, basically, like the trunk of the tree. For me, male, the strands of time cannot be distributed, but for female, it can be distributed. It also,
Mm,
there's a real interesting concept that it mentions. A female body is capable of giving 60,000 births. So the way the
mm,
strands of time in a female are, like, it can be divided into 60,000, seven sets of uh,
mm,
strands of time. So
mm,
it can hold up to 60,000, but of course, the soul will not allow the physical body to
mm.
do that. It can only endure so much. So, whatever number of births the physical body can handle, the soul will only let that amount of uh, time to strands of time to distribute.
Okay. So now who is more inside Maya, a woman or a man?
I think same. It's the same. A soul does not have a gender. So
Mm,
I think they're both equally connected. But if we talk about children, right? Just because a mother gives out seven strands from her strands of time, there's a bit more attachment with the offspring compared to the male,
mm,
because the male is
mm,
not giving out the strands of time. Whatever life you have, right? Like if you're gonna live for 60 years
mm,
or 70 years, that's how long your
mm,
strands of time are. Like it runs for that
mm,
many years in the physical world. So a
mm,
woman gives strands of time for her from her that
mm,
gets connection. Like our mother cares for a child, and
mm.
she keeps it in her womb for 9 months.
Okay.
That
And so you're telling that there's no difference when it comes to and also, why does a soul take a male birth and why does it take a female birth?
depends on the desires. Like
Mm,
if a soul is with the
mm,
Ram, right, in the Mukti Sagar or Kshira Sagar or whatever you call it. So if it desires something, that desire over
mm,
there is instantly fulfilled
mm,
by Bhagwan Vishnu.
mm,
So if it desires born as a male deer, it would be put in a body of a male deer.
mm,
If it desires to be a woman, it would be put there. But then after the first birth, it gets
mm,
entangled in Maya, and then the cycle keeps going, depending
mm,
on your karma and desire. So there's two things that decides what and how, what sort of body you will take up. and that is
mm,
your karmas and your desires.
mm. Uh, so, what is like if a soul uh, so what kind of desire differentiates a woman incarnation and a male incarnation?
It's more of karmic bonds that you create over your different births.
Okay.
There's no good or bad in it. Like
Uh,
it's not like a female body is good or a male body is better, or
mm,
it uh, purely depends on what sort of karmas you've gathered, and
mm,
what sort of desires you have.
mm,
Because Satyuga, all the desires used to be fulfilled. Souls did not own the body.
mm,
If if I wanted to live as an old woman, I can choose that body. And then if I've fulfilled my desire of living in as an old woman, and I
mm,
want to live as a young kid, I can basically jump from one body to another.
mm,
So the souls were not attached with the body. There was no sense of I during
mm,
Satyug. But like over time, there's also a story on how it started. Uh, the souls started attaching themselves with the body, so the sense
mm,
of I came in,
mm,
and that is how like the different yugas, from Satyuga it went to Treta to Dwapar and all of that.
mm,
So it is the attachment with the body that started all of that. And in
mm,
Kali Yuga, like it is like I consider this as me, you consider your body as you. Like everyone is attached with the
mm,
identity.
mm.
I want to look good, I want to dress up like this, I want to do this. So that sense of I was not there in the earlier
Okay.
you.
Uh, okay, and also like the topic of suras and asuras, like what is mentioned about?
Suras and asuras, it says like in the previous kalpa. So the previous kalpa is the previous cycle of Satyug.
Mm, 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 mm.
I think people are saying my.
Yeah,
Can can you hear me now?
yeah. Now it's audible. I feel. What about others? Audience?
Am I audible?
Yeah,
Okay.
now Rajat is audible. Yeah.
Yeah, so like let's say Kalki Avatar from the previous Kalpa, when he incarnated on during Kali Yuga, he went to every soul like 7 times to try and convince them to attain moksha, to try and explain to them like only souls, like 5 to 7% uh, understood what he was trying to say, and they attained moksha. The remaining they stayed in Kali Yuga on earth. Out of those, like 70 to 80% were evil. They weren't good, and the rest of the remaining 20% were like good souls, but they still did, but they were still entangled in Maya, and they didn't want to get moksha. So once they destroyed, like Vinash took over, like when Kalki destroyed everything, those souls, everything evaporated, right? There was nothing
Mm,
left. everything was gone. It was barren land now.
mm,
There was nothing left. So those souls, they got entrapped, and the bad ones, which got pleasure from doing evil stuff or negative stuff,
mm,
they got converted into asuras. And
mm, mm, mm,
earth, like a thin layer above earth. And on earth, all the suras, the souls of suras used to live. Now there were no more souls because they had nothing to take over. They had no body and nothing. They were basically divided into suras and asuras.
mm,
So the top layer, um, he put all the asuras in it, and on earth
mm,
it was only.
mm,
What the top layer did was it used to block all the harmful radiations from the sun and other planets, basically like an atmosphere. It used to absorb all the negative energies from it,
mm,
so that the earth could bloom again.
mm,
It could become habitable again.
mm,
And that it got divided. Like the suras used to get all
mm,
block all the bad stuff from the planetary solar system.
mm. Uh,
And
internet, I guess.
mine is
What is the speed like? Can you see the speed once?
okay. Where can I check it?
In fast.com. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, it's like 4 Mbps.
How much is it?
4 Mbps.
Oh, that's right.
Is that bad or?
Maybe it should be like at least 10 Mbps or more, I guess. Mm,
Okay, wait. I'll try my mobile network.
mm,
Give me 1 minute.
mm.
Yeah, now it's 29.
Huh.
Is this better?
Yeah, this is better. 29 is better.
Okay.
Okay, so you were talking about the previous Kalpas, Kali Yuga, where Kalki went to every soul 7 times, and he reminded every soul that they have to achieve moksha, and they are living in an illusion. So then, but still, some souls, like you told, 30% of the souls. Some What is the percentage?
So only a very small percentage attained moksha.
Hmm.
They got out of because it was Kali Yuga and it's entangled in Maya so much, and
Hmm.
there's the consciousness is not so aroused.
Hmm. Hmm.
And say like 5 to 7% attain moksha, but out of
Hmm.
the remaining, right, about
Hmm.
70 to 80% were negative people because of the dominance of Kali Yuga.
Hmm.
And those became the suras, and the remaining, which were sort of good people during the Kali Yuga, but who did
Hmm.
not want to get moksha, and they
Hmm.
were entangled in Maya. They
Hmm.
became the suras,
Hmm.
and those suras were left on earth
Hmm.
uh, to for it to grow again and bloom again for the rivers and the flowers and the trees, and
Hmm.
and a layer above earth was where he placed all the asuras. So
Hmm.
it blocked all the negative energies, the
Hmm.
harmful rays, storms, whatever sort of
Hmm.
destruction that came from the planetary system.
Hmm.
So that uh, that helped the earth to recycle again and
mm,
started from Satyuga. And then
mm,
once it was habitable, they put
mm,
certain amount. So whatever number of suras were there, I think 3 lakh or something. That
mm,
many bodies were put on earth,
mm,
and the suras used to jump from one body to another because they got pleasure from doing good deeds.
mm,
They stayed away from any negative karma. So they used to really enjoy it, like how I said in Satyuga, if you want to live as an old woman, you live as an old woman. If you want to go as a child, there was no sense of I. So the suras used to jump from one body to another,
mm,
and the bodies did not. They basically did not die. The bodies had lifespan of so many years, like thousands of years, so
mm,
that each soul can get to experience each sort of body once.
mm,
And from there, like, it became really popular in all the other lokas, like, oh, this bhuloka is so good, you can do whatever you want, all your wishes get fulfilled instantly.
mm,
And anything that you wish for, anything that you desire, once that desire was expressed in Satyuga, it used to get fulfilled. That's what
mm,
Indra was for. So Vishnu is like right hand of Bhagwan Vishnu, Indradev.
mm,
And
mm,
if you have a desire,
mm,
he is bound to fulfill it as soon as you have it. But because you have accumulated some sort of karma,
mm,
he has to either wait to give you that karma, that desire. For it can be for lifetimes, it can be for months, for days, or it can be in Swapna Loka as well.
mm,
You know how you get dreams of being a billionaire.
mm,
That is some sort of desire you have put out in the universe, but because of
mm,
your current status of karma, it is not possible
mm,
in this birth. So
mm,
Indradev will go like, here, your desire is fulfilled, but in Swapnalok.
mm,
So during Satyuga, uh, it was instant. Like any desire
mm,
you have gets fulfilled. So the Bhulok became very, very popular in all the different lokas.
mm,
And there was this first soul that got out of Mukti Sagar.
mm,
He had a desire to live in the Bhulok. He was like, I want to have my desires fulfilled and stuff.
mm,
So because it was Satyuga and Bhagwan Vishnu, like, he fulfills the desires straight away. He's
mm,
like, yes, you go and live
mm,
in there. So a soul from Mukti Sagar came. So that was the first human soul. The others were asuras
mm, mm,
in human bodies. So that
mm,
was the first soul that descended on earth.
mm,
And once he descended on earth, he saw like how beautiful it was, nice flowers and everything. And he comes across a very pretty flower, and he's like, I want to pluck it. But the suras would never do that because in a way they do not get pleasure by harming someone. They get pleasure by helping, by doing good deeds. So the suras are like, uh, just a side note, like every creature, like all of us, I think about 90% of our thoughts are either induced in us by suras and asuras, and only about 10% are ours.
mm,
So even right now, me wanting to share this knowledge, maybe Sura acting through me,
mm,
or someone wanting to post like bad comments, maybe an Asura acting
mm,
through them. And
mm,
Asura can capture your mind body in 5 different ways, in 5 different levels. So like one is thought, the second is thought and action, the other one is like thought, action, and greed or samskara. So there's different levels to it.
mm,
So the first human soul from Muktisagara that came here,
mm,
he wanted to pluck a flower, and because no Sura would do that, and it was Satyuga, that desire had to be fulfilled by Bhagwan Vishnu.
mm,
So he had to send one Asura from the above layer
mm,
into the Bhuloka for him to make him pluck that flower. And that's how that cycle started. From one bad deed, it kept on
mm,
going, and more asuras were brought
mm,
into the Bhuloka. And
mm,
now it's like all mixed up again.
yeah.
Very interesting.
Mm. So you're telling that only 10% is our own thoughts, rest of the 90% is either asura or sura.
Yes, that's what
So,
I believe. Like,
oh, but what is the 10% like made of? Like what does it mean by us? Like what are our how do we identify that this thought is ours?
by being aware, like by being consciously aware of what you're doing. So if I sit back, if a thought comes in, say if I get a thought of there's an ant crawling on my table, right?
Mm,
I'd get an instant thought of like maybe to flick it or to kill it or to let it
mm,
go. So as soon as that thought comes in, I have to be conscious about it. Like, why has that thought come in? Is it me? Like, is this my soul, my sanskar, or is it something that is not mine, but I'm having this desire to do it?
mm,
So that way, you have to constantly keep judging your thoughts, not judging yourself, but your thoughts.
mm,
Like everybody is brought up with a set of sanskar. Like you have some sanskaras that you are brought up with. I have some sanskars. Everybody has it.
mm,
So
mm,
at the end of the day, you have to judge it like, is this what I really want? Or
mm,
is this desire stemming from my consciousness, or is it something that I'm just desiring for some other consciousness's pleasure?
mm,
Like a lot of people used to ask, like, how do they stop lust? So lust, a lot of time, lust is induced by an asura. They
mm,
like, asuras do not have a body. Suras do not have a body. They are
mm,
looking for a body to get their desires fulfilled all the time. They are all around us, everywhere. So they look for a body uh, to get their desires fulfilled. So if I'm sitting in my room and I get a desire to say watch porn
mm,
or do any of that,
mm,
I can guarantee you that it would be an asura acting through me to have his or their desire fulfilled. I don't think they've got agenda, but to have their desire fulfilled of
mm,
doing some negative karma. So a
mm,
lot of time uh, it is them acting through you,
mm.
and that is why it is very interesting on how your personal karmas are accumulated
Okay.
as well. Because see, it's not fair. Like if an asura makes you do something bad, right? It's not your karma.
Mm,
It is not fair to be note down as you doing bad.
mm,
So that is how like it is a very difficult on. It's very difficult to understand how the karmas are calculated.
mm. And also, um, I, I had one question. uh, so every thought is a like 90% is too much, right? To
Yes. See, we never think by ourselves. Our souls are like Shiva.
mm,
It comes from Shiva. It is not used to uh, constantly vibrate.
mm,
So at the end, for it to be tangled in Maya, it has to have some sort of external.
okay. So yeah, I was asking that Sura and Asura does not have a body.
No, they can only take up on someone's body.
Okay, and also another question is whether we like, for example, if we don't have a body after few years, uh, then are we considered Asura or an Asura?
No, the suras and asuras are from the beginning of this kalpa. Whoever got destroyed in the end of the last Kali Yuga and
Mm,
did not choose to attain moksha. Only
mm,
those are suras and asuras. There's only that many number of suras and asuras. It is fixed.
mm.
from the last
Okay.
kalpa. So that number does not increase or decrease.
Okay, got it. So we are like, uh, what are we then? Are we like fresh souls?
Yes, basically, we are the souls that once attained moksha and then had the desire to come back again. So we are the souls
Okay.
that merged into the Kshir Sagar or the Mukti Sagar, and
Hmm.
then we put forward a desire to Bhagwan Vishnu, which he was bound to fulfill it instantly.
Hmm.
And then we got trapped in this Maya.
Okay. So you're telling that we achieved moksha in Kali Yuga and we came back again in the Kali Yuga.
No, we like this soul that your body has, the
Hmm.
soul that occupies your body or the soul that occupies my body
Hmm.
is not bound by space or time.
Hmm.
So it could have come during Satyuga, but it is still here. Or it
Hmm.
could have come during the last Kalpa
Hmm.
and it attained moksha and then came back. So it is not bound by space or time. No? It is beyond space and time. But for it to fulfill that desire, the liquid of space fell into that strands of time. So now I'm just liquid of space which is dropped on seven strands of time. So are you, and so is everyone else, and the phone and the charger and everything. That is why I exist in this moment. I don't exist in past or I don't exist in future. I only exist in this moment.
Okay. Another thing is, so you told that space is Indra and Bhairava is time.
Yes.
Okay. So in order for us to exist, uh, what is the role of Bhairava and Indra?
So Bhairava gives out, dictates the strands of time, and in Indra uh, is the king of the liquid of space. So he reigns the liquid of space on those strands of time. Like there's a common misconception nowadays that Indra is the god of rain, but he's not the god of rain. He reigns the space liquid of space,
Hmm.
and not like actual water droplets. That liquid
Hmm.
of space brings things into. Uh, it gives things a physical identity or the reality that we perceive.
Okay. So is Indra as mentioned in the Puranas? Like in Puranas, if you see, no, Indra is mentioned as like a egoistic um, person who tries to uh, dominate people and try to prove himself as the king. But then Vishnu comes and humbles him through the form of Krishna or someone. So Indra has lot of stories in Purana about his egoistic tendencies. So is Indra actually like that, or is it just uh, a per- is it just like a personified version in the Puranas?
uh, to some extent this Maruti Gita talks about it as well. Like Indra is considered the king of all the devtas, and
Hmm.
it is possible for a human, so for a human soul to dethrone him. It is
Hmm.
possible for you, for me, for anyone else to dethrone
Hmm.
Indradev. He is basically, he answers to Vishnu. The
Hmm.
liquid of space is given to him by Bhagwan Vishnu from the Mukti Sagar itself. So whoever is like King Dashrath, like Bhagwan Ram's father, right?
Hmm.
He was at almost at the same level as Indra. So if you have desires, but and if you are entitled to some sort of karma and you don't take upon it, like you know how we keep a
Hmm.
fast, right? We fast for
Hmm.
days, so that food is destined to be eaten by you, but you do not eat it. So if you do not eat that food, it puts Indradev in debt to you. So
Hmm.
now you've accumulated good karma because you haven't uh, taken something which was meant for you, which
mm,
was destined for you. So now he is in debt to you and he has to repay that. So if that debt gets accumulated, if it accumulates more and more and more and more and more to some sort of extent, then
mm,
Indradev himself will come down to you and he'll be like, please, what can I
mm,
do for you? You ask for anything. And
mm,
if you still do not do that, there's a good chance that you can dethrone him.
mm,
Vishnu Bhagwan will let him know, like, see, this, you are failing at your job. This
mm,
guy is destined for so many things, but is you're failing as a provider for all the manifestations. Like, you're not doing your job properly, because this soul is destined for this, but they have not taken this many things. So now
mm,
you are in a lot of debt to him. So
mm,
you either repay all the debt that you've accumulated, because like Indradev accumulates the debt. As soon as I
mm,
desire something, he has to fulfill it,
mm,
depending on my karma, of course. Like, it can be because he does not he's beyond space and time, right? So he can see my future births, my past births, everything.
mm,
So uh, like, he can complete my desire on any point on strands of time.
mm,
It could be next birth or this birth or past births or the Swapna Lok, anywhere.
mm,
But if I completely renounce from it, he's in debt to me. So that
mm,
way, he was challenged by a lot of people, actually, in throughout time.
mm,
So he sort of gets possessive, like he does not want to lose the spot.
mm,
So he will give you everything you want.
mm. And also, like whoever reaches that level of dedication, that is fasting for Vishnu or anyone, I don't think they will want Indra's position also, because that
That's what.
also doesn't make sense to the enlightened. Like if Ramakrishna Paramamsa or Mirabai or Kanakadasa, if they were given the position of Indra also, they would be like, I want Vishnu only, I want Kali only. This doesn't make sense. So I think they beyond Indraloka and all.
Yeah, it says like Dashrath never wanted. He never challenged Indra, but
Mm,
Shukracharya, Shukracharya is the ruler of king of all asuras.
mm,
So Shukracharya was the one that controls the army of all the asuras.
mm,
Like every asura out there, Shukracharya controls it.
mm,
So he made Ravan's son challenge
mm,
Indradev.
mm,
So even if you have negative desires, you can still challenge him. But then Bhagwan Vishnu will interfere, of course. Like, he
mm,
will not let a negative soul
mm,
take up that job.
mm.
So there has been many negative characters that have tried to take over Indra's position and challenged him.
Mm. And what about Bhairava? Like, how does he play a role in these scenarios?
It's kind of similar. Like, uh, Kaikai was capable enough to challenge Bhairava as well with
Mm.
these trends of time.
Kai, kai.
Like, it's just being selfless,
Huh.
but it's kind of easier to challenge Indra than it is to challenge Bhairava.
Mm-hmm. Again, Kai Kai is in Ramayana, right?
Yeah.
Uh, she's
Oh,
the
no, I think I've got the name. It was Rama's mother, Kaushalya, right?
Kaushalya. Okay.
Kaushalya, yeah. Sorry, my bad. I
Mm.
got confused. But
Okay. Rama's mother was able to
the-
dethrone Bhairava.
yes, and there's also, like, he Hanuman explains why it is so. To
Mm.
give birth to a soul like Vishnu's avatar, right? The The parents need to be capable enough to handle that much, to handle that sort of power. Especially the mother needs to be capable enough to have handle that much power in her womb.
Hmm.
So that's why Kaushalya and Dashrath, they were the chosen ones to
Hmm.
give Ram.
Hmm. Okay.
Uh,
Are you telling that the male people have more of Bhairava Tattva and the female have more of the Indra? No?
no, no, no. If it's same. They both have seven strands of time, and they
Seven
both
strands.
are liquid of space in any given point. Like
Hmm.
I'm liquid of space right now. You are liquid of space. My mother would be that. My partner would be that. So that is, there's no more or less. But what's different is the strands of time. A woman's strands of time looks like branches, whereas a male strand of time looks like it's kind of a log, straight. It
Hmm.
cannot be distributed. It cannot be
Hmm.
used to give birth.
Hmm. And also another thing is that Shukra we tell, no, like Venus.
Yeah,
So does Venus, planet Venus, have like Shukracharya in it? Uh, no idea. Okay,
no idea. No.
because the planet Venus also in astrology, planet Venus represents femininity, pleasure, luxuries, and also you told that asuras are behind adharma and pleasure-seeking activities. So, and also you told that Shukracharya is the head of asuras. So I felt like there is a synchronization here, like where Shukracharya and Venus are connected, because Venus is also called Shukra
Hmm.
uh, in Sanskrit. So it, yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'm just connecting the
It could
dots.
be like I don't know
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, yeah.
It could be that. But Shukracharya is the one that, by the way, Asuras and Suras, they both seek pleasure.
Hmm.
They're both seeking, and that's why they are here.
Okay.
Suras seek pleasure from good deeds, and
Hmm.
Asuras seek pleasure from negative or bad deeds.
Hmm.
That's the only difference. Like sometimes you do something and you do something to feel good, right? Like a lot of
Yeah.
people pleasers. Like I used to be one. I
Hmm.
used to do. I used to help people, so I feel good about it.
Hmm. Huh.
That is a
Huh.
sura acting through me.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like I got scared of something and I killed a cockroach by like spraying Mortin on it. That is
Hmm.
an asura
Asu-
acting through me. Yes.
Hmm. Oh,
So you get
yeah.
pleasure from everything, like good deeds and bad deeds. But only if you are neutral to good
Hmm.
and bad, then only it's you.
Okay.
Otherwise, like 90% of the time, it's not you.
Oh, we we have to be very aware, no, for that level of distinction between who is me, who is Asura and Sura, and also that Venus planet, right?
Mhm.
What if on the physical level, that is, if you see through a telescope, physical telescope, if you go in a physical spaceship to Venus, we don't see any extraterrestrial beings. However, what if these suras and asuras are still living in Venus planet, but they are in their astral form, due to which it is not visible to the five senses? So what if all the navagrahas, right? What if some beings are there, but not in the physical form?
It could be, but aren't the suras and asuras supposed to be here because they use our
Uh,
bodies? so they cannot be on
Oh,
Venus, right?
uh-huh. Yeah.
They fulfill the desire through us. So
Huh. Yeah, that is true. But like in astrology, right? Like different planets affect us in different way. Like Mercury affects our
yeah,
intellect, Venus affects our femininity, and Mars affects our ambition, Jupiter affects our wisdom, and Rahu affects our illusions, Ketu affects our detachment. What if like different entities are there in those planets and they're affecting us, but we are not physically, we are not able to see them physically. They may enter planet Earth whenever they want to because they know that we can't see them.
I think all the planets, like we perceive them as planets, but they could be consciousness. I don't
Huh.
think that there will be consciousness inside living on the planets that
Hmm.
can travel
Oh.
in. So, for them to travel, right? Like, see, it explains in Maruti Gita. There's this example of Ahi and Mahi, like in Patal
Hmm.
Lok. You know how they kidnapped Ram and Lakshman's soul
Hmm.
and they brought it to Patal Lok.
Hmm.
So, like Shukracharya had complete control over Ravan now because he had all the asuras during that time take over his body, mind, intellect, and samskar.
Hmm.
So now he was under complete influence of asuras. So what he did was Shukracharya made his soul
Hmm.
get out of his body and go into Patal Lok and take over the kings that were Ahi and Mahi. Take over Mahi's body.
Hmm.
So the people say like Ahiravan and Mahiravan, but it wasn't Ahiravan and Mahiravan. It was Ahi and Mahi, and Mahi's physical body had Ravan's soul,
Hmm.
which was controlled by the Asuras.
Hmm.
So when he went there and he sort of influenced all the other people in Patal, like, oh, these two people, Ram and Lakshman, they are planning to destroy the Patal Lok. So we need to capture their souls and bring it here, and that's why they did it. But uh, it's a long story. So it explains how time reference works.
Hmm.
Like if you want to go to a loka above, if from Earth, if I'm looking at the Bhurloka
Hmm.
or the Swahajana Mahatloka, like the next one above, right? Then if I've got a telescope that can look into the lok above us and the loka below us. So if I look into the lok above us, I will I will only be able to see their past.
Hmm.
But if I look into a loka below us, like the Pata lok, I can see their future.
Hmm.
So Ram actually knew that he's gonna be his soul is going to be kidnapped in by Mahi in Patal Lok because he's Vishnu, right? He's the supreme soul.
Hmm.
So he could see it like, oh, this is the plan, and they are going to kidnap Mai and Lakshman's soul. But
Hmm.
he was very smart, and he used that instance. And now people from Patal Lok can only see our past.
Hmm.
If there is an alien like a reptilian that wants to come to Earth, first it is not physically possible.
Hmm.
The second, even if the soul tries to look into our lok, they can only see our past,
Hmm.
so they cannot impact our future in a way.
Hmm.
So Ravan, Shukracharya did this mistake. Like Ravan did not understand the concept of time
Hmm.
during that time. So, like Ram and Lakshman were kidnapped once they reached Lanka, right? Like once the war was about to start, or it had
Hmm.
started. I don't remember.
Hmm.
But Ram actually knew this before he was building that bridge to go to. before the construction of the Setu, he knew like his soul's gonna is going to be kidnapped. So he
mm,
used that information into fooling Ravan or the Patal
mm,
Lok people. Like they are going to destroy the Patal Lok, and this they basically scared them. So what they did if in Patal Lok was uh, they had to reinforce
mm,
their layer. They knew there is something above
mm,
us. Like we know there's an invisible layer above Earth. Like
mm,
you know how if we go in water, it feels like a
mm,
liquid, but air feels like air. For a
mm,
fish, water feels like air.
mm,
And if we take it out, it feels like it's drowning in a liquid.
mm,
So similarly, people in below the oceans or inside the Patal Lok, they know there is some sort of layer above us,
mm,
but they can't see it. So what they can do is, if we were like, if you imagine if Elon Musk or NASA says that, oh, we'll be attacked by aliens, what will we do? Like, what will be our first instinct? Let's build something like a dome
mm,
in the sky. So if
mm,
something drops, we can protect it.
mm,
So Ram actually gave them the location, like false location, and it's like, oh, we'll attack you from here and we'll destroy your Patalo. So they reinforced a lot of they put a lot of reinforcements in that area, and
mm,
that area actually was help that area where all the reinforcement was put in
mm,
helped create the bridge.
mm,
So the ocean had like a bulge now, where they
mm.
could put all the stones and the Vanasena could cross. So he
Oh,
used the concept of time into
uh,
fooling Ravan and the people of
mm,
Patalo to
mm,
help him create the Setu. It was not rocks floating in water.
uh,
It was like a proper ridge
mm,
that was created.
uh,
So in a way, he did not, what do you say? Like he did not bend any rules of physical earth or space or
mm,
time.
mm.
He played by the rules. He made the people of Patal put
Oh,
out
oh,
that bulb. So that was
okay.
the Setu that was built.
Oh, oh, so intelligent. Yeah.
So like that is how space and time. So I don't think like there will be consciousnesses
Mm,
living on different planets, but the planet itself are conscious
mm,
and conscious enough to see us, but we can't perceive them in their true form. Like sun, we
mm,
can't perceive sun in its true form. We see it as a burning
mm.
big rock.
Yeah. But
So
actually, he's like a devata, like
yeah, like
Surya.
a devta. Yeah, so like a consciousness, but
Uh,
there's not people living in sun or on
mm,
sun or like any other planet like Jupiter. But Jupiter
mm,
is like a big consciousness itself,
mm.
which
Yeah, Guru.
Guru, yes, like it controls or it affects all the other smaller consciousnesses in the lower realm
Yeah.
than what it is in.
Okay. Got it. So, have you like completely finished Maruti Gita?
Yeah,
Okay. So, and what is the most interesting concept you found in that?
everything is really interesting.
Okay.
Like
And
so
how?
many
Uh,
concepts that so many stories that Bhagwan like Hanuman dictates in it.
okay.
We get to know like a lot of modern scriptures
Mm.
is manipulated.
Uh,
Like the
and
basic
also,
thing, yeah.
uh, uh, the also like Hanuman usually he just shows bhakti towards Ram, but in Maruti Gita and all, he is very scientist. He says lot of concepts to the human. So why did Hanuman write Maruti Gita? Like, what was the reason behind it?
So he what The reason behind that is, uh, many years ago,
Mm,
like thousands of years ago, maybe after Ramayana or something,
mm,
there was this tribe of Mathangs, people called Mathang, the Mathang
mm,
community. He
mm,
promised that he will visit them every certain amount of years, like 40,
mm,
50, some years, and he will impart them with supreme knowledge to help
mm,
them attain moksha. So he's just fulfilling that knowledge. And right now, in 2016 was when he last visited, and he allowed the Mathangs to write it down. Like they logbook everything. All the
mm,
all the previous visits by Lord Hanuman has been noted down. But
mm,
this one he allowed them to share, put out in the world.
mm.
So he's just doing his he's just fulfilling his promise of imparting the supreme knowledge.
In
So
Sri Lanka, is it?
somewhere it does not mention where it is.
Matang community.
Mathang, yes, Mathang.
Is it related to Matangi?
No,
Oh,
I think it's
because
related to Vibhishan, maybe.
because both are knowledge, no?
Yeah.
Matang and Matangi. So I thought
Mathang is like she's the Mahavidya, so she's the source of all the knowledge. But the
knowledge.
Mathang is the name of the
Yeah,
community.
community.
So it's a tribal place. They're not open to the public. Like we
Oh,
can't go and find them or look for them. They're hidden in a jungle somewhere. I think it
Sri
also
Lanka. I
mentions
think.
Sri Lanka. Yeah, I think it mentions about a airplane crash that
Hmm.
took place like right where they used to live. So they had to vacate that place in the jungle
Hmm.
and move somewhere.
Okay.
So it is
So
in Sri Lanka,
so lucky
and
tribe.
I know, right? Like
Yeah,
every
yeah.
person in that tribe meets Hanuman twice, once as a kid and then once when they turn adults.
Every how many years he visits you told?
It was 41 maybe.
Whatever. Aram se. Yeah,
So once when they're like 14, 15 years old, and once when they're like 50, 60 years old.
yeah, yeah. And here we don't get to like we just see the like murtis of
Yeah.
yeah, like
There
we
he
don't see.
manifests in his true form. And there's this puja. So every time a yajman conducts his puja, it goes on for some days. It's not like he just comes and blesses and leaves. He stays there. He eats with them for a few days. And every puja, he
Hmm,
imparts this supreme knowledge to whoever performs the yajna.
hmm, hmm, hmm,
So that is why so many concepts are talked about, because uh, one Mathang would go and do the yajna, and then
hmm,
he would get the supreme knowledge, and then the other Mathang would come in, and then he will get the supreme knowledge.
hmm.
And also
And also, sorry.
he asks every Mathang like, "What do you want?" And they all say like, "We want supreme knowledge, which will help us attain moksha."
Yeah. And also, what does Hanuman say about Krishna and Narasimha? Because Hanuman says a lot about Ram. However, I like to know what he says about Krishna and Narasimha in Maruti Gita. Is there any mention?
Yeah, there is of Krishna. Uh, it's like he talks about supreme change, absolute change, not supreme change. So absolute change is like you as a person, right? We after my body would die, uh, I would still have some imprints
Mm,
in this physical world, like memories or something I've drawn, or my phone
mm,
or my blanket.
mm,
I leave behind some sort
mm,
of prints, evidence,
mm,
right? So uh, me dying or me leaving this body will not change
mm,
the reality.
Hmm.
of what is with reality of other people. The only
Hmm.
way to do this is through absolute
Hmm.
change. And
Hmm.
he discusses the story about him and Sudama.
Hmm.
When Krishna and Balram, when they were kings,
Hmm.
and they were going through a forest,
Hmm.
that's when they were passing through Sudama's hut.
Hmm.
And Krishna was he said to Balram, like, do you remember this guy that lives here? He's a childhood friend. And then
Hmm.
Balram was like, no, no, you are just joking and you like to joke around. And we've never met him. We live far, far away. How can he be our friend? And then Krishna is like, no, 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 you just don't remember. He is our friend. He's like, let's visit him. We'll drink and we'll drink some water and we'll go. So Balram is like, he's joking and Krishna is lying and he just likes to fool around with me. Because he was that sort of character, right? Like funny, lively person. So Krishna is like, okay, then you don't come. I'll go and have some water. I'll meet our old friend. And then
Hmm.
Balram gets pissed. He's like, why do you keep saying he's our friend? He's our friend. He's not our friend. We don't know him. We've never met him, let alone meet. We've never even seen this guy. We don't know about his existence. And Krishna knew like Sudama was his devotee.
Hmm.
He was
Hmm.
very devoted to him. So he goes to the hut and Sudama is not there. He's out somewhere. And he was very poor. So he meets his wife and he's like, his wife is like over the moon, like, you visited us, the king has visited us. And he's like, uh, where is Sudama? Like, do you know why does he talk so much about me? And then Sudama's wife, like, yeah, because he is very devoted to you. And then he goes like, no, 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 because we are childhood friends. That's why he has so many memories of us. And she was like, that is not possible. Like, you've never, he's never said that you've met him or that you were his friend. And then and then he says, like, you can ask him when he comes back.
Hmm.
So when he's walking back from the heart, he does this absolute change in the reality. So what an
Hmm.
absolute change does is it changes everything, past, present, future, everything, and everyone around him changes that memory as well. So to do that, right, the whole
Hmm.
existence, if
Hmm.
if I were to take you away, if I were to take your existence from this planet so that
Hmm.
no one even remembers you, no one even knows about your existence, all I have to do is take your liquid of space out from the strands of time. Now there
Hmm.
is no liquid of space for your soul
Hmm.
on any strands of time.
Hmm.
So there's only strands of time and there's nothing manifested on it. So everything that you did in past, present, future is erased and it gets collected in a bowl, like just
Hmm.
like a bowl of milk, but the milk is liquid of space. And then you can drop it back on strands of time and do that absolute change. So that's what he did. Like he took all the existence of Sudama and he put it back on strands of time in a way that everyone believed that he was his childhood friend.
Hmm.
And then he goes back to the uh, on their horse cart or whatever they used to ride. And then now Balram was like, "Oh, how is Sudama? It's been very long. We haven't meet him." So
Yeah.
everything changed. Like his memory changed. Like now we had memories of Sudama from childhood.
So,
I
what
mean,
are the two changes? One is absolute change, another is.
another is just like a physical change, like which leaves the prints of what we've done.
Okay. Example?
Like if I die, my phone is still here, my blanket is still here. I'm in memory of so many people.
Hmm.
Like you would remember me, my parents would remember me. So that is not absolute change.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Like
Okay.
it is just incomplete change. It's a change of scenario.
Oh.
Then like Krishna fools with Sudha, like he laughs at Sudama. He's like just 5 minutes ago you were saying you don't know him, and then Sudama has also forgotten. Balram has also forgotten that. He's like, I never said I don't know him. He's a childhood friend. Like, why would I say that? You're messing with me, and that's when he explained to him like, this is absolute change. This is what I did.
Hmm. What about, is Kali mentioned in Maruti Gita?
No, there's only mention of Sita. Like, why was she born the way? Like, why did she take birth the way she did?
Hmm.
And what was the reason behind it? And all of that.
Did Sita really burn herself after coming from Lanka?
Uh, this is not from Maruti Gita, but I heard a different story. Like,
Hmm.
uh, it was, it is not possible for her to burn herself because she is supreme.
Hmm.
So all the five senses, they do not affect her.
Hmm.
But it was, I don't remember it, so I don't want to bluff it.
Hmm.
But whatever happened to her, it Hanuman explains why she had to endure so much pain, and this is in the Maruti Gita. So she was the daughter of Mother Earth, right? She was born in Earth, like she
Hmm.
did not have a mother that had held her in her womb.
Hmm.
So this was when Sita's father, I don't remember a name, but that king was he was very enlightened, him and
Hmm.
his wife,
Hmm.
and they had a Saptarishi during that time as well.
Hmm.
That or maybe a very enlightened rishi that
Hmm.
used to guide them.
Hmm.
So those rishis knew that
Hmm.
Rama has taken birth and Sita has to come as well. But they could not find a womb for her that could hold that energy. And so she decided to take birth through Bhudevi. And
Hmm.
now, if someone takes birth through Bhudevi, the rishis knew, like, as soon as they got to know, they all like started crying because they knew that if Lakshmi, like Sita, had to take birth through Bhudevi, that means she is taking up the whole world's bad karma upon her.
Hmm.
So the Asuras were like very powerful during that time and they were causing destructions. And there was this Tarkasur Rakshas and it was controlled by the Asuras. And a lot of people did bad stuff. Bad karma was spreading around. So
Hmm.
it had to be diluted. It wasn't sustainable for a Treta Yuga.
Hmm.
Maybe during Kali Yuga, it would have been fine. But during Treta Yuga, it was not. So she had
Hmm.
to willingly take all the bad karma of everyone, every creature on earth. So she decided to take birth from Bhudevi herself, and
Wow.
that is why she had to go through all the pain of separation, of ignorance, and all of that.
Yeah.
And only she was capable of doing it. Not even Ram was capable of
Oh.
taking up so much bad karma and then balancing it out in one birth.
Hmm.
So that is why she endured a lot of pain, and that was
Hmm.
for her. Like how Christians say like Christ died for your sins. It is like
Hmm.
Sita Ma lived for our sins.
Hmm. True. Yeah. Very true. And so, what other deities are mentioned like Ganapati, Subramanya,
Uh,
Shiva?
Shiva is mentioned. Then the gods of health, like the doctors, Ashwins, they're mentioned as well.
Hmm.
Like there's a pair of doctor gods as well, Ashwins,
Hmm. Hmm.
that I mentioned. Like if someone falls sick, the Ashwins are right over there.
Hmm.
And Yamraj hates hates it because they stop Yamraj from taking the souls. They try and cure it.
What is that? Ashwini's.
Ashwin is, yeah.
How many are there?
Two. They
Oh,
they work in a pair.
uh,
They do like astral surgery.
oh,
So if someone is not well, or if someone is uh, fighting some sort of illness, you can pray Ashwini. They will.
Ashwini Kumar.
Ashwini
Ashwini
Kumar.
Kumara, right?
Yes, maybe. Hanuman only calls them Ashwini. So
Okay.
maybe you guys can
Same,
pray to them. They will answer.
same Ashwini's, right? Like for every soul.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Very interesting. Yeah.
It is nice. Like if you go beyond space and time,
Hmm.
uh, this world looks like a ball of liquid
Hmm.
with s- webs webs of strands of time inside. So a lot of strands of times,
Hmm.
like Interstellar. You know how you've seen Interstellar, right?
Yeah, yeah.
At the end, like there's so many strands. You
Hmm.
know, there's
Yeah.
so many blocks and layers and the
Hmm.
strands. Like if you minimize it and if you put it in a liquid like a ball of space,
Hmm.
that is how it would look. And then you can pick any moment you want to go to,
Hmm.
past, present, future,
Hmm.
whatever. And you have to just step on that strand of time.
Hmm.
And because you are liquid of space, you will manifest yourself in that time and in that body.
Hmm. Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
Hanuman,
So
there is no past, present, future. Everything is present.
present. Yeah. Very interesting. But yeah. So before we end the live, so what would you like to say to the audience?
Uh, Nothing, like just I hope this helped, and it was interesting, and it was a fun watch.
Hmm.
And yes, keep like stay conscious about what thoughts come in your head. Even sometimes, even thoughts of doing something good for your own pleasure is not your own.
Yeah.
So don't fall for that trap. Uh, there's suras and asuras always trying to take over your body. So you need to be your consciousness needs to be the driver for your body and not them. So don't take the back seat. Be aware. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Rajat, for sharing all this knowledge about suras, and about all the avatars and the absolute change. I think the absolute change is the highlight of this. Yeah, the way Krishna did it.
We
Uh,
won't even know, like there's no way we
uh,
can know if an absolute change takes place.
uh.
Nobody apart from Vishnu or his avatar would know.
So many would have happened, right? We don't even.
Like even if someone comes to you and says, like, I did this absolute change, you won't believe.
Yeah, yeah, crazy. So I am very interested to know where does Subramanya, Ganapati, Kali, Durga Parmeshwari stand in all of this of like Maruti Gita. Like I wonder where they are. Yeah. Hmm.
Mhm. I think that is not the knowledge you require to attain moksha. That is
Hmm.
something you'll unlock on your journey. But to attain moksha,
Hmm.
you need the supreme, the scientific knowledge, basically, which is which is this.
Hmm.
Like, of course, once you attain moksha, you'll get to know who Durga is, or what family Shiva has, Vishnu has. That is all what's happening beyond us in the
Hmm.
upper lokas.
Hmm.
But to get out of this,
Hmm.
I think the more knowledge you try to get, the higher the control of Maya will be on you.
True.
It will keep dividing you like, uh, oh, this is good, this is bad, this deity is supreme, this is not.
Yeah.
And yes, if you want any of your wishes fulfilled, uh, you can challenge Indradev. Like, just just
That's
give
strange.
away what is destined for you. If you are
Yeah.
if you are supposed to get 10,000 in salary today, give it away. If you are destined to eat like really tasty food today, give it away, and he'll be in debt to you. If you do
Mm.
it a few times, then whatever you ask for will be fulfilled. If you have accumulated good karma, of course.
Mm.
Otherwise, it will be fulfilled in your dreams, and then it is wasted.
Yeah. Very good. Very enlightening this episode was. Yeah. Thanks, Rajat, for
Thank
sharing all this knowledge, and also thanks everyone for joining this live and hearing about Maruti Gita. And as the students are getting ready, I'll be sharing Maruti Gita to them whenever I feel they are ready for attaining this knowledge that has been shared by the Matang community to us mere humans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matang community and Hanuman, for sharing this knowledge, and also Jai Hanuman.
Jai Hanuman and Jai Mahakal.
Yeah, Jai Mahakal. Yeah, we'll end this live.